We may have some people join us in the next couple of minutes here. My name is Sarah Pinder. I'm the Resource Services Manager for Michigan Nonprofit Association, and I'm so happy to have all of you here. Welcome to our new MNA members, and also a special shout out to a lot of our Leadership with Purpose participants that are on the phone today that will be also able to access member benefits this year. As you can see from the screen, MNA was incorporated in 1990. We serve more than 800 member organizations throughout the state, and we do that through a few different ways, through capacity building, civic engagement, and public policy and advocacy work. All three of those which you'll learn more about today. The point of the webinar today is really to give you a basic understanding of your MNA benefits. It is very easy to join MNA and then not access a lot of benefits, so we don't want that to be the case with you. Also, we want to give you a connection point, which is why we've put some pictures up on the screen. I'm pictured there on the far right, and the two other members of our team, which are always willing to help members, are listed there as well, Bill Gesseman and Terry Streetman. Terry's on the webinar today, helping out with any technology questions or questions that you have throughout the webinar. Again, in regards to that, feel free to use the questions box or the raise hand function during the webinar, and we will do our best to answer your questions. One thing that we do a lot of here at MNA is our public policy and advocacy work. And today we're lucky enough to be joined by my colleague, Joan Bowman, our Senior Director of Public Affairs and Communications, who's going to tell you just a little bit about MNA's work in this area. So Joan, go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's nice to be here this afternoon and talk to you a little bit about the public policy work that MNA does on behalf of not just our members, but on behalf of the whole sector. Our team consists of myself, my colleague Mike Rafferty. He leads the work that focuses on the Detroit area because of all the nonprofits in the state. There is a heavy concentration in Southeast Michigan. And then Terry Streetman, who Sarah introduced earlier, he also works in this area. If you look at the slide, my contact information is on there, and I really encourage anybody to pop me an email or give me a call if there's any issues that are affecting especially your tax-exempt status. We work on a lot of issues. Most of them have to do with tax policy, budget and spending, and that kind of thing. But right now, we're really researching incidences where nonprofits are being challenged by local tax assessors for their exempt status. So if your organization, or if you know of any organization that's dealing with this right now, I'd really appreciate you contacting me and letting me know about that. So that's one of a variety of issues that we work on behind the scenes here. We also, I don't know if you realize, we have a nonprofit caucus at the legislature, which is a group made up of, I think we're about 43 members right now, but we have 8 co-chairs, and it's a bipartisan, bicameral group. And this is one of very few of these in the whole country. So we actually have dedicated legislators at the Capitol that help us work towards the issues that are important to our sector. So again, I encourage you to sign up for the action alerts so you can kind of see what we're working on, and to keep abreast of the issues that we're tracking at the federal and state level. And I also want to give you an opportunity to come to the Capitol on Thursday, October 15th. We're having a legislative training, or an advocacy training and a legislative day that will feature a keynote speaker by Gilda Jacobs. She's the president of the Michigan League for Public Policy and is a former state rep and state senator. And we also have a really outstanding panel of past policymakers that are going to talk to our members about the current landscape in Michigan, as well as how to effectively communicate with your legislators. So whether you're real experienced at this or you've never done it before, check that event out on our website or give me a call if you need any more information or have any questions about it. Thanks, everybody. I look forward to meeting you all in person.
Thanks again, Joan. As you can see, we do have some web addresses up there. I'll show you where to access all of this information about public policy and advocacy today as we get into our website tour, and also show you how to register for that legislative day if you're interested in the October 15th event. Now we're going to move right along and get into the meat of our presentation, which is a brief website tour. Again, as I mentioned, at the beginning of the webinar, our goal is really to give you a basic understanding of your member benefits today. So you may see something today, and maybe you don't need it today, but in a few months when you think, oh yeah, I think I get something through MNA, I would like you to be at least able to go back and find that information. So I guess, in short, don't worry about getting every single detail down today. Just get a basic understanding of how to use and access and find information about your MNA benefits. As you can see, we're starting on the MNA homepage. Hopefully some of you have been to our website prior to this call. I'm going to take a quick tour of what types of resources that are available here. We have a lot of information on our website, so I like to show people a little bit of how to find some pertinent information. I will give you a little bit of a heads up that we will be launching a new website, so it may look different in the coming months, but it's going to be really great. We're really excited about it here, and we'll likely offer some trainings and more website tours when we have that. So under the About MNA tab, I like to show people that our staff page is listed here. This is great, not something that all organizations have, but we have a staff page including names, email addresses, titles, phone numbers. So if you are looking for additional support from MNA, come here, find who you think you might talk to about that, and reach out to them. It's much better to get in touch with someone personally versus calling our direct line. And if they're not the right person, they will certainly reroute your call or your message to the right person in our organization. Also under the About MNA tab is our Get Connected page. You might have seen from the opening slides in the PowerPoint, we do a lot of work on social media. So here's a way to connect with us: Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, or check out our blog on WordPress. And also you can see there all the different e-newsletters that we have. Hopefully you're receiving the My Nonprofit News, which is every other Friday morning. That is the easiest way to stay in touch with everything that MNA has going on. All our events and initiatives go in that newsletter. Also, as Joan mentioned, if you're interested in public policy action alerts, sign up for this newsletter. It doesn't come out regularly. It comes out periodically when there is an issue or a topic that we'd like you to take some action on. So it's a great way to stay in touch with what our public policy work is happening. And also, you may know about the Michigan Nonprofit Job Center, which we'll cover on a little bit more there. But check out the Get Connected page to sign up for different e-newsletters and social media. Connect with us there. Also, as a housekeeping item, your MNA membership, if you're joining as an organization, applies to everyone in your organization. So everyone in your organization can access the member benefits. You can either do that by contacting us and giving permission for people to have their own login information, or you can just share your login information with other people in your organization. Also, let's see, down here, I think that's about it on About MNA. As you can see, there's a lot more tabs. We're going to spend the majority of our time under this membership tab today, but I'm going to briefly skip over it and show you a few other features on our website. Under capacity building, again, we mentioned that's one of the ways we serve nonprofits. I would like to highlight a network that we convene called the Management Support Organizations. These are organizations that provide really one-on-one training and a lot of consultant help. They also run various events in their specific geographic areas. And as you can see from this page, there are 9 organizations throughout the state in all different regions. So if you are looking for more targeted support for your organization, whether it be board training or strategic planning, these MSOs, as we like to call them, are great resources. And you can see you can access their information and their websites all right from this page under capacity building. Another tab under this is our technology services. We do have a program called Highway T. If you're looking for help with your networks or actual software or hardware within your organization, Highway T offers managed care services and is a really great resource for nonprofits. So check that out if technology is a need in your organization. Also, as we mentioned in the beginning, we focus on civic engagement. We do that through various different programs, as you can see from the tabs under the Civic Engagement tab. We're proud to say that we have programs that help people engage civically throughout the course of their lifetime. So the League Michigan works with students that or teachers that work with students that are kindergarten through 12th grade. Michigan Campus Compact, of course, works with college-age students and advisors at different colleges and universities throughout the state. Volunteer Centers of Michigan helps adults get involved in their community. And then we also run a national service program which helps us place AmeriCorps VISTA members throughout the state to various organizations. So again, we're really involved in the civic engagement region, and you can learn more about those programs on any of those tabs. Now, as Joan mentioned, public policy and advocacy is another important aspect of MNA's work. You can click all the tabs under here to learn a little bit more. We have some advocacy resources. What I want to scroll down and show you the Michigan Nonprofit Caucus. This was what Joan was referring to. As you can see, the different members of our caucus are listed there. Also, if you continue to scroll down on that page, you'll see the 2015-16 legislative agenda. So if you're interested in specific items that MNA is working on this year, check that out, and you can learn more about our agenda for this year on this page. If you're in the Detroit area or Southeast Michigan, we do have a Southeast Michigan Public Policy Council, another great thing to get involved in if you're interested in public policy and advocacy work. Under the Nonprofit Resource Center, there's many items here. Our consultant and resource directory is also a great place to go if you are in fact searching for more targeted support or specific help on an issue or training that your organization is looking for. So these is a membership, this directory has all of our business members listed in it, and their businesses that specifically work with nonprofits, and they've paid to be a member of MNA. So again, here you can look for specific help if you're looking for help in human resources, and you're in the, Southeast Michigan. You can search by that, and you'll come up with several listings of organizations or businesses that you can reach out to for help in that area. We do have several great resources under managing a nonprofit. Our management manual is an awesome resource. I say to people that it's a must-have desktop resource for anyone that is running a nonprofit who's in a management role. It's really a great tool. It's the first thing I pull off my shelf when I have members call with specific questions, and more times than not, I can find the answer in this book. As a member, you get a deal. You get it for $75 instead of $95. It is a manual. It's meant to be used in that way because it's about 600 pages, but it has a great table of contents and index in the back that makes topics really easy to find. We also have Principles and Practice Guide, which is really an interesting read if you've ever looked at that. Things that you should be focused on in your organization. I'm going to go down to Publications and Bookstore because that's where a few more of these are. Also, this is a really interesting document that can be helpful to nonprofits, our compensation and benefits report. It was released last fall in 2014. It's done every 2 years, and it's a compilation of information from nonprofits around the state in regards to what they pay different positions, what kind of benefits, maybe even how much vacation time various positions get. So again, if you're managing a nonprofit and you're looking to put together a really competitive compensation and benefits package, look into learning more from the MNA Compensation and Benefits Report. They have over 75 different positions listed, and you can look at them based on what type of organization you're in, what geography you're in. So you can even narrow it down as much as, for instance, an executive director of an arts organization in Southeast Michigan and see what they're being paid. So really great information and can help all of us when we're getting together. As you can see, lots more publications down there available to you at no charge. So check that out under the Publications and Bookstore. The other thing I want to mention really quickly is this tab on nonprofit sector and research. We have so much on here that you could really spend a whole other webinar or training looking at this. But this is from a report that we do called the Economic Benefits of Michigan's Nonprofit Sector. If you didn't know, there's more than 42,000 nonprofits in the state, and about 10 to 11% of the workforce in Michigan is working in a nonprofit. So pretty cool, big numbers there that a lot of us don't even realize. The neat thing that I want to show you very, very briefly here is with this report this year, you can now get detailed tables and graphs. And again, there's all these options over at the left, so you'd have to take a little bit of time to look at what it is you're looking for. But I'll show you very briefly that you can create these custom charts with maps on every different thing. So you could figure out how many arts organizations are in the Detroit metro region, and you can even compare years, so you could figure out how that's changed from 2009 to 2011. So again, the possibilities here are really endless, and I'm not going to spend all of our time today, but if you're interested, please reach out and we can give you more information about that. All right, so back to our homepage, and I'm going to go to Member Central. When you come to MNA's page, this is where you want to be to access your member benefits are all on Member Central. So we're going to go right down the list here. Again, we mentioned briefly the Job Center. The Job Center is really twofold. It's a web page within our page that you can see, that you can submit a job posting to, and that gets put on the web page for 30 days, and it goes in our Job Center email that goes out every week on Friday morning to nearly 6,000 email subscribers. So it's a really great way if you're posting a job. It's also a great way to look for jobs if you're ever doing that, but certainly don't miss out on that. It's one of our best used resources, and as a member, you get a 30-day posting with your logo for only $75. We have great feedback on the Job Center from both job posters and job seekers, so certainly don't miss that. Under fundraising and finance support, we have a few great resources. With your MNA membership, you get free access to GrantStation. I'm going to show you how to access that right now. GrantStation is is an online searchable database for grant opportunities, and it really is a powerful tool. If you receive the GrantStation Insider, an email that comes out toward the end of the week, you may think that that is all that GrantStation is. That is not. You'll see from what I'm about to do now that once you log into GrantStation, there's so many more tools and capabilities that you'd really be remiss if you're not using this tool. As you can see, when I clicked GrantStation, I came up with the member login page. This is where you would put in your information, And also, if you don't know your username and password, you can request it from this page. So after that, I hit login. One thing to mention about GrantStation, it is a site that's open to the public, so you could Google it and find GrantStation. However, you're not going to be able to access it for free unless you come through our site. So for members and new members, you must come through MNA's website to get to GrantStation. So as you can see, we're on the GrantStation homepage now. You can tell you're logged in correctly because it says Welcome Michigan Nonprofit Association in the top right. Really quickly, the best place I usually go in here is under the search function to U.S. grants. You have a few different options here. Unless you know you're looking for a federal or state grant, I would go to the U.S. Charitable Giving Database. And as you can see from this page, you can search 3 different ways, by funder name, advanced search, or keyword. I usually do advanced search. You have the most options there. So as you can see, first you choose a geographic region, which we can, of course, choose Michigan. The other unique thing about GrantStation compared to some of the other grant resources is they're all current grant opportunities. So GrantStation really does a good job in keeping that up to date, and you're not going to find a lot that are irrelevant to you. So after I choose the geographic location, you can choose areas of interest. I'm going to do after-school programs, and I'm going to leave it at that, but you can choose several in that category. And then you select the type of support. So everything from capacity building, general support, research support. I'm just going to choose general today and click Find Funders. As you can see with my search criteria, which are listed up here again at the top, I found 5 records. Now the really cool thing about these records is that you can click on them and get a lot more information. So Ann Arbor Area Community Foundation, all the contact information there, including someone on their staff, is listed. Can tell me how much they give annually, their eligibility requirements, where they fund, what they fund, all different types of information. So it really gives you a leg up when you start to look for grants to make sure the grant opportunities are appropriate for what you're seeking, as well as are available to you. So again, there's lots you can do with their search function. I would encourage you to log in here and click on Tour and watch some of their online web videos that show you some great tips for searching and narrowing down your search. And also check over on the left, there's lots of educational materials. If you've never written a grant before, they have all these options under Write. For instance, they lay out every part of a grant and give you some great information on how you might do that. So don't miss out on GrantStation. It's an awesome tool, and clearly there's a lot that we didn't go over today, but it's very powerful, and we hope you'll log in there and use it. So we're back to Member Central, and then again under Fundraising and Finance Support. As a member, you receive a discount on the Michigan Foundation Directory. This is put out by Council of Michigan Foundations, and it is a listing of all the foundations in Michigan. So if you're looking for another way to look for grant or funding, you can purchase that at a discount for through your MNA membership. This Finance Unlocked is actually a free tool, and it's a series of 6 videos on very basic finance concepts for nonprofits. It's a great tool to use if you're onboarding board members who maybe haven't been involved in a nonprofit before, or even new staff, or just brush up on your skills. They were put together by a CPA plus an improv actor, so they're actually pretty entertaining to watch. Under the nonprofit education section, we have several things. Again, discounted or free events. As you can see, this brings up the full list of upcoming events, which is, again, always in this box on the left-hand side of the page as well when you're on MNA's website. As you can see, we have a very, very, very full schedule for the fall. So I'd encourage you to look there. This is where you could get a link to Joan's Advocacy training in Lansing. As you can see, it's right there on the 15th. But check that out. As you can see, that little orange star means that you get a member rate on those events. Again, we also have a free webinar archive, and I click on that. You can see all the different webinars. You can log in here and watch these at your leisure, as well as there is one in here, I believe, about the economic benefit. Yes, right down here, how to use the economic benefit report to your advantage that we mentioned before with the cool charts and graphs. So check those out when you have some time. Free nonprofit risk management webinars. So this is a partnership that we have with the Risk Management Center. Again, this is another benefit that you need to access through our website in order to get it for free. So if you go and you click on Risk Management Center and then you click there, you'll be in there and for free. And if you haven't logged into the MNA website, it'll ask you to do that. But there's two really cool things on here that I like to point out, as well as a lot of information you're welcome to browse on your own. One is the My Risk Management policies. So if you click here on the left, you'll see you are eligible to receive custom risk management policies for $29 instead of $179, which is just an awesome deal. So anything in your organization that you can think of, there's a sample list if you click here, and you can see the different types of policies that they offer, but everything from business credit card use policy to camera phones policy to a conflict of interest statement, all the way down to identity theft policy. So many options here. So consider this next time you need to create a new policy. I encourage organizations to think about how long and how much it would cost you in staff time or volunteer time versus paying $29 to get one that's already ready for you. So really cool resources from My Risk Management Center. We also have discounts from MindEdge Learning. MindEdge is an online learning portal, so you can see by clicking here all the different classes you can take, whether it be fundraising, introduction to grant writing, etc. But you receive 10% off on MindEdge courses throughout the year, so check that out if you're looking to provide more professional development for your staff. We also have a document library that contains a lot of sample things. You can see the different categories: volunteers, financial management, fundraising. So if you're looking for a certain policy or a sample of a fundraising letter, you can find it in there. Again, we do have a partnership with All Campus that provides discounts on higher education. So another great resource and benefit to pass along to your staff within your organization. This is another document, Principles for Good Governance. It's actually available free from our partners at Independent Sector. If you're not familiar with them, check out that document. It's a really great, again, kind of just guiding document for your organization. We already discussed the management manual, and you should be receiving, as a new member, M&A links. This comes out 3 times a year, and it's a printed magazine. We have a different theme each time. We'll be having our fall one out any minute now, which is all about data and technology, so you should be receiving that. You can always look at the older issues there and check that out on the web via online or the electronic copies. Again, we went through most of the things in HR. We have the Job Center Comp and Benefits Report. We also have a partnership with Verified Volunteers. If your organization works with volunteers a lot, check that out. It's a shared background check service. So you would have a subscription with your organization, but if other organizations in your community worked with Verified Volunteers, you can potentially share background checks among multiple organizations, saving everyone time and money. So check out Verified Volunteers. The contact information for their employee that we work with, Troy Gerber, is right on this page. So he's a great person to reach out to if you think that's of interest. There is also a recorded webinar in the webinar archive on Verified Volunteers from earlier this year that would give you more information if you want to sit down for 20 or 30 minutes and watch that webinar. Again, lots of stuff under here, we mentioned Highway T. N10 is a relatively new benefit for MNA members, and with your N10 membership, you get information or get money off their conference registration, 50% off educational webinars, and 50% off a nonprofit job tech posting. So check that out. N10 is great for if you're the person in your organization that gets stuck as kind of the accidental techie. They really cater to that type of staff person or volunteer and offer some pretty great benefits. Again, consultant and resource directory, and we also have the nonprofit member directory here. So as a member, as an organizational member, you'll be listed here, and you may want to come in here and check your listing to make sure everything looks correct there. There's some edits you can do on your own, and some you may have to contact us about. It's also a great tool to use if you're looking to connect with other people in your similar geographic region. Maybe you're looking to partner with people throughout the state. You can use these search fields to access information about various MNA members and connect with people. One other real quick benefit we just added recently. So we are offering for free to nonprofits who are our members to help with RFP distribution. So if you're looking for a service or a contractor, say you're looking for a new person to do your audit and you want to send out an RFP. Well, through MNA's help, you can send that to all of our business members that fit your category so that they do your service and that they're in an area that you're looking from with just one click. So by sending it to us, we can get it to a lot of people at the same time and really, again, save you time and money in that whole process. So check that out or contact my colleague Terry Streetman if you have additional questions about that. Again, you can see at the bottom some great resources on public policy and advocacy. We do have a great document called our Nonprofit Advocacy, a Michigan Primer, and that is a great book, easy to read, easy PDF to download and share with people within your organizations. It's 101, Advocacy 101. That is pretty much our explanation, our tour today. I hope that you've got a little better sense of what is available to you through Michigan Nonprofit Association membership, as well as a little bit more of a comfort level. Again, we really encourage you to reach out to someone on staff if you have questions. We want you to use your membership. We want you to stay in touch with us. And we look forward to having all of you as members. Thank you again. I'll hang out in the webinar chat room here for a minute, and if you have any other questions, we'd be happy to answer it. Thank you, and have a great day.